Hello there beautiful people, it is Mel here and I'm back for some more zombie crazed action. This time around it will be in the shade of green. So we've got strongs coming up, which is pretty awesome because my daily farming team is actually a strong zombie team. So all up I should have pretty much down pat, right? Though essentially for this I will be improving my daily farming team because I haven't changed it for like months and months, and it definitely can be improved with crit rushes and things like that. So this will definitely be a better adaptation of my regular farming team, but I'll probably keep the same leader in there, which is Ezekiel, who gives the plus 24 crit to all melees and the medium bonus to drop rates, which is very, very important when you're wanting to farm. So there he is there, right up at the front there. So we'll shove him into the first slot there and lead. And then we're going to incorporate some crit rushes, which I don't have in my regular farming team. So definitely something I have to put in there, but they handle pretty much everything now, so it's not too concerning for me. But later on, if things do get a bit tougher, I will definitely be incorporating more crit rushes into my team. This time around, I'm going to use, I guess, all epics, but they're not all upgraded. You don't necessarily have to use all epics for these teams. You could use 4-stars and things like that. It's not about how leveled up your characters are, but rather how much crit you can get. So we'll use Earl here, who has the plus 55 crit rush for 3 turns. So that's a lot. That's one of the best crit rushes you're going to find in a green. One of the highest, one of the best. You know, you do have I think a couple higher, slightly higher, but it's one of the best ones you're going to get. One of the highest ones you're going to find anyways. Then we'll put him in the team for that crit rush. Now this time around I'm going to run 2 crit rushes, and the reason for that is basically so I can get full circle, so that I'm running crit bonuses in the rush all the time around, and essentially I'm not going to be taking over the top of each other, so the crit rushes ain't going to be cancelling each other out, because crit does not build on top of itself when the rushes are activated. It rather cancels out the last previous rush. So as you can see, Rosita there, who does the plus 30 crit for the 4 turns, which is a solid amount of crit for 4 turns. It's pretty nice. I'm not going to be cancelling her rush out with Earl's or Earl's rush out with hers. What I'm going to be doing is using them in tandem. So essentially once one's up, Earl's 3 turns, once he's up, she will take over for the next 4 turns, and then when he's ready to go, he'll take over. And it's just one of those things that you need to do for players that you haven't got their rushes leveled up yet, so the AP isn't quite quick enough to be going off all the time and having it there all the time, or they quite possibly just have slow rushes to begin with. Now I'll put in Michonne, the prestige one, and Larry, who is also another great medium bonus to item drop rates leader. Of course the difference between him and Ezekiel is Ezekiel's all melee, where Larry is all strong. So pretty much the identical leader skill, it's just those 2 little words that are different, the melee and the strong. What I use for my weapons, as I said, you just want to maximize your crit in every area you can, from your weapons to your rushes. You just want to have as much crit as possible, because at the end of the day, you want to be pulling out those headshots so that these guys ain't getting closer to you. And that's what I mean by your characters don't necessarily have to be leveled. They just need to be pumping out the headshots so they're not touching them. Now I use pretty much all plus 30 crit weapons with the Slayer level 1 on it, which is plus 20 crit when your HP is more than 60%, as you can see there. I also have it on my 3-star weapons, which are plus 20 crit, and then they have that plus 20 crit bonus, which means compared to a stock standard plus 30 crit weapon, you get an extra plus 10 crit. But let's go along and check these guys out in the action. move on to the important stats, which is all greens with crit attributes. Start off with a 3-star as shown here. All melee's teammates get plus 16 crit. Great for if you're just starting off the game. Same here with the 4-star as shown. All strong teammates get plus 24 crit. Great if you've not got these big hitting epic crit skills yet. They're 2 great characters. Larry here, all strong teammates get plus 24 crit and the medium bonus to item drop rates. Great farming leader, which is the same that goes for Ezekiel here. The only difference is Ezekiel is all melee teammates get plus 24, but both are great farming leaders. Move on to Glenn here. He's all strongs get plus 24 crit, so once again a good basis for a crit leader skill. Negan, we'll start on with the rushes here, plus 30 crit for 2 turns for the rush there, 45 AP, so fairly fast. That's a pretty nice crit rush to be adding support. Move on to Rosita, which we used in that video, plus 30 crit for the 4 turns, and you saw that worked out pretty well in tandem with Earl's rush. Sadiq here, plus 45 crit for the 3 turns. He only takes 2 days to go off at the 106 AP, but I'm sure it's helpful when it does. Earl here, plus 55 crit for the 3 turns, and you saw him in tandem with someone like Rosita works really well. Ezekiel, all out war here, plus 80 crit for the 2 turns, so the highest crit rush you'll find in a green. And we'll move on to the 5-star Michonne here, just because she has camouflage, which can come in handy. But as always, thanks for watching.